The Miami Hurricanes, undefeated in the ACC, travel to Soldier Field to face the Fighting Irish. The Miami Dolphins, a tough loss in the desert in Arizona, are now facing a tough Bengal team. And the Miami Marlins season is mercifully over, which means one thing. The Miami Heat season is just weeks away. Thank goodness. I'm Daniel Spidey Rivera. Let's go in the bleachers. In the bleachers, presented by 247miami.tv. I am Daniel Spidey Rivera. This is officially our first episode, if you will. Of course, we're going to go over the Canes and the Dolphins, put a little bit of a bow on the Miami Marlins season, and a little tribute to Miguel Cabrera, the former Marlin, who wins the Triple Crown, first time since 1967 that has occurred. But let's start with the Miami Hurricanes. The Hurricanes are coming off a very, very impressive victory over the NC State of the ACC. They are undefeated in the ACC, as I mentioned in the teaser, 3-0. They seem to have a tendency to give up big leads or even come back from big leads. But the day was ruled by Stephen Morris. How about this? An ACC record, 566 yards passing. Not just a school record, that's an ACC record. It was all passing assault for the Canes. Really in the fourth quarter on the 3rd and 11 play, Stephen Morris on 3rd and 11, a 62-yard pass to Philip Dorsett. He finished with 7 receptions, 191 yards, and 2 touches as Miami was able to prevail 44-37 in that game. So it's going to be interesting moving forward, but again, the Miami Hurricanes 3-0 in the ACC as they head for a tough test in Soldier Field to face on the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Now for the Canes preview as they head to Soldier Field in Chicago to face the number 9 Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Notre Dame playing pretty well this year, coming off of the bye week to 2 weeks before that, defeated the then number 10 Michigan State University and then number 18 Michigan. Both teams combined 9 points in those games. They defeated them 20-3 and 13-6 respectively. So it's not going to be much of an easy task, obviously, by the ranking, but Miami does bring an impressive passing attack. They passed for over 334 yards total passing offense on average. Notre Dame, even though they utilize a 2-quarterback system with Everett Golson, he's thrown for 641 yards, matching touchdowns and picks, 3 touchdowns and 3 picks. But they also have Tommy Rees, who goes in there, a little bit of a change of pace type of quarterback. They use him in goal line situations. So kind of outside the norm when it comes to Notre Dame, but they are 4-0. They are an impressive number 9 in the rankings. And as I mentioned with Michigan, with Denard Robinson, they held him in check. He did not score a touchdown. And going even further, past those 2 opponents, they haven't allowed their past 3 opponents over 300 yards in total offense. And you're looking at a team in Notre Dame with a very stout defense. They are 3rd in the entire FBS. It's about 120 some odd teams for those of you who are not too familiar. In points against, they've allowed 9 points a game. That's 9 points a game. That's pretty impressive. And overall, they're 3rd in turnover margin at a +9. And one guy you really got to look out for, is this guy linebacker Monte Teo. How about this? In the 4 games, 36 tackles, 3 picks, 2 of them in that Michigan game. As a defense as a whole, 8 interceptions for this Notre Dame defense. They had 8 all last year. So for the Miami Hurricanes, something that they have to do, which they haven't done in the past couple games, they got to control the ball. They have to be able to utilize the freshman Duke Johnson and the senior Mike James in order to have a more balanced attack. Miami has a great passing attack. There's no doubt about it with Dorsett and those other guys, but they have to be able to control the ball, utilize it effectively in order to maintain the time of possession, because that Notre Dame defense is very stout. But if you keep that offense out off the field and make sure that Notre Dame's defense stays on the field, maybe you can tire them out, maybe you can get some cheapy plays down the field, and maybe that running game will eventually work. Unfortunately for the Canes, I really do not see Notre Dame falling to the Canes. I think it's a lot closer than the spread indicates. The spread, as of right now, 14 points in favor of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. I think it's a bit closer than that. I have Notre Dame winning this matchup, not by much, but it's going to be one hell of a fight. I'm looking forward to this game.